What is up, guys? It's your girl Dash of Honey back at it again with another video. Today we're going to talk about the detainment of 21 Savage recently with the ICE. It's been a pretty big uproar in the public lately, but what really happened is that he was arrested in Atlanta during the Super Bowl weekend in Georgia, and there's been some reports that he was carrying and basically was arrested on site by ICE. Apparently, there was substances that he was carrying as well during the time of his arrest, and that was new things that came out as the days went by during that week he was arrested. It's like stuff that wasn't reported the night that he got arrested, but as days went on, it's like new stuff that's coming to surface. So I'm going to go ahead and talk a little bit about the whole situation that's going on and the little bit of questions that I have and my thoughts on it. So here we go. Now, the new information that we all know is that he was actually UK born and not a citizen of the United States, and that he was here on a visa as a child and never applied for a new one until the year of, I want to say, 2015. And it's been a minute trying to get that pending, and it's still saying pending. And being that it's saying pending, he was never able to correctly obtain the visa. So, with that being said, he was still here in the US as an illegal immigrant. And this whole time, nobody knew. So, I think I can speak for everyone when I say that that was a complete shock, because he represents himself as like this Zone 6 rapper from East Atlanta. And his tactics and the past life that he's went through as like this troubled teenager. Like, he's really transparent about a lot of this in his interviews. So, when you hear that somebody that was born in East Atlanta and that's a Zone 6 rapper is actually not born in Atlanta and he was actually born in the UK, you got some eyes open everywhere. So now here comes the memes and the funny posts, and now apparently Demi Lovato has canceled her Twitter, deleted her Twitter account because she got bullied because she was the one laughing. First of all, we were all laughing at those jokes. I think I speak for everyone when I say that nobody knew the severity of the situation when the news first broke out, because I'll be honest, when I first heard about it, I thought it was just a rumor. I thought that we didn't actually know like the actual facts of the situation. So I was laughing too. I'm not going to lie. I didn't think that this shit was true. Then the next day, they come out with reports that this guy actually is US born and that he could possibly be deported. So now we're talking serious shit here. Now nothing is funny at all. The memes aren't even funny anymore. I'm seeing them on Twitter sometimes till this day, and it's like it's not funny. So let me go ahead and take the time out to say to my viewers that there's absolutely nothing laughable about a man losing his freedom to the immigration system and the people just like him in his position. So any negative comments you have, just try to keep them at a minimum, because this is not a laughing matter. So what we know so far is that he was originally arrested because his visa ran out in 2006, and that was the first reported incident. Days later, TMZ releases some pictures of his actual birth certificate. By the way, that was really a breach in privacy, may I add, but his birth certificate was released to the public. It included his date of birth, place of birth, name, whatever have you. And this information is all out in the public. So it was confirmed that he actually was from the United Kingdom and is British born. So even though this information wasn't really presented initially, once again, as days went on, they found out that he had a gun on him in the car that he was driving. And they also found a cup with a substance in it that they didn't disclose. And I just find it really funny how this information gets out days after he was arrested and wasn't presented in the first place. So, with that being said, his lawyers are actually working to get him out by trying to explain that he actually serves no threat to the public and that his detainment is actually unlawful and wrong. Another question I have is why it took so long for him to even apply for a visa. Well, it didn't take long, but once he applied for it in 2015, it's been pending until now. Like, it's been pending this many years, and no one has bothered to even move along the process. Now, the main thing to consider is that ICE arrested him as a felon. And 21 Savage recently had some felony charges, but those were later expunged like years ago. So, my question is, why are they arresting him as a felon? Like, I'm genuinely confused. I've heard that ICE is actually very backed up with lots of immigrational cases. So, even straightening out this whole situation could take months or even years. And that's even just to get to the basis of the situation and get approval to stay in the US. Now, then there comes the actually getting deported. Now, this is a really serious matter. And because of his recent felony charges and the fact that they supposedly found these things on him while he was driving, like the gun and the substance in the cup, this could impact him staying in the US majorly. I would also like to add that he actually has 3 children here in the US that he had here. So I'm not exactly sure if this plays into the process of obtaining US legal residency, but I'm pretty sure that it should be some sort of process in place. Whereas if an immigrant had children here, he would ultimately have to stay here to take care of his 3 children that he supports. According to page 6, Savage went on The Tonight Show to perform his song A Lot and reformatted his lyrics to reflect the problems on the immigration system in the United States. And this was just 5 days before his arrest with the ICE. So keep that in mind. Now, I don't know about you guys, but it seems like every time a rapper or a man who's trying to turn his life around either ends up getting killed or arrested, and it's just a pattern I'm starting to realize. And for some reason, it's giving me this energy that it gave me surrounding the death of XXXTentacion. I don't know. It's just something about it that just speaks volumes to me. So, guys, be sure to let me know what you think in the comments down below. Let me hear your thoughts. Tell me how long you think that this is going to carry out. And thank you for watching. And this is some tea with a dash of honey. Talk to you guys later. Mwah.